On the program are solely those of Investors Schooling or their guests and do not reflect the opinions of WPHT or Odyssey.
WPHT, WPHT-HD, WOGL HD3 Philadelphia. From the Piazza Premium Automobile Studios, powering your drive with 10 brands and 20 locations. Always live on the free Odyssey app. The Larry Steinhouse Show.
All right, good morning, everyone, and welcome to a very special edition of the Larry Steinhouse Show. I am your host, Larry Steinhouse, and I'm joined by the full crew, Dr. Deb Anderson, bringing insight, perspective, and normalcy. And, of course, Omri Morad, fully caffeinated and ready to go. Are you fully caffeinated?
I am fully caffeinated.
So how did ChatGPT know that?
I have no idea. It's bizarre.
It is bizarre that they know that ChatGPT knew you drank caffeine this morning.
I think we share with the AI those days so much, and we just forget.
It just knows. I know
how
exactly.
much we share with them.
I think it's listening to us through the phone anyway.
It probably is.
Yeah, I really think so, because I'll be talking about like something, and then next thing you know, like an ad for it pops up on my phone. So I think it's definitely listening to us.
I will tell you a story later.
I got a really cool treat for you guys today.
So can you finish your intro, because now you're interrupting yourself.
I know, but I'm going back to the intro. I got a really cool treat for you guys today. Ready?
Tell us.
Today's totally different. We're going to have the incredible, legendary, and motivational icon himself, Les Brown. Les Brown's going to be joining us on the show. Listen, if you ever needed inspiration, if you ever needed a push to think bigger, dream bigger, and act bigger, Les Brown is the voice behind that fire. From it's possible to challenging people to step into their greatness. Les has inspired millions around the world to stop making excuses and start making moves. He's going to be on in just a few minutes. Today we'll also be talking about mindset, resilience, success, personal growth, and how belief and action connect directly to wealth building, entrepreneurship, and financial freedom. Look, let's be honest. You could know all about the stock option strategies and real estate tactics around the world, but if your mindset isn't right, none of it matters. We're also broadcasting live from Investors Schooling headquarters, and we have an event going on right now. We have the Money Hacks event going on right now. By the way, there's still seats if anybody wanted to pop in. So if anybody wanted to pop in and have an all-day event, we have an incredible all-day event right now going on called Money Hacks. If you wanted to pop in, at this point, we'll even give you a free ticket if you want to show up.
Yes.
So if you want to call and find out more about that, you can do that too. And don't forget to RSVP this Thursday night for a free class at Investor Schooling. I want to also thank our sponsors, marketing agency near you. You can grab a free consultation at yourfreeplan.com. They will make your website for you. It'd be really nice. Also, PB Adjusting helps homeowners get more money from insurance claims at pbadjusting.com. The Sultan Income Fund, invest with the Sultan and collect like a king. The Joe Keller team at Cross Country Mortgage, the only team I trust for mortgages, especially loans over $2 million. Call Joe at 215-817-9084. And of course, this is a call-in show. So if you've got a question for us, or even when Les Brown comes in about motivation, success, entrepreneurship, or overcoming obstacles, call us at
855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137.
So it's going to be a powerful show. It's going to be inspiring. And I'm telling you, it's going to be a show you don't want to miss. So I'm really glad you're tuning in with us. So let's get started. I want to talk, first of all, about our Money Hacks event today.
Sure.
Okay, because we set that all up this week, and we have the Money Hacks event coming in. We have a bunch of speakers upstairs. We have somebody talking about infinite banking policies. We have somebody talking about motivation and Burr loans.
It's amazing to me how the effect you have on people's life and the change you make on people's life. You know who is your best picture for the change you make on people's life?
I actually know the answer, but go ahead.
The guy who speaks right now.
That's right, Brian.
I know.
I absolutely agree with you 100%.
You ruined him the best way, but you ruined him.
I changed him. I don't say.
I'm kidding.
Right.
You get me.
Right.
People get me. But the point is, it's amazing how Brian is not Brian anymore.
I agree. So Brian came to us. He was a student. Came to us about 4 years ago.
He fell in love with the stage.
Right.
He became so thorough and so good in what he do.
That's right.
That even you say he's better than you.
Absolutely.
It's just insane what Brian became.
Right. So Brian came to us about 4 years ago. He wanted to be a student. He wanted to learn about stock options.
Correct.
He'd never traded stock options his entire life. You know what he's doing right now? He's doing a presentation. You might even be able to hear it slightly, but he's doing a presentation upstairs on stock options. And I promise you that this presentation is stronger than my presentation.
Agreed.
So I love it. I love the fact that, that I not only trained somebody, but I trained somebody so well that, I mean, first of all, he's crushing it. He's making like 30 grand a month, I think it was. And don't quote me on that, but I think it's something like 30 grand a month he's making now on stock options. Now, the other thing too that's really cool is we have the second fund coming out. So we have the Sultan Income Fund right now. And then we have another fund called the Aviator Fund because Brian is now, I'm the stock option Sultan, Brian is the stock option Aviator. And we have the Aviator Fund coming out in June. Now, of course, that's PPM only, and I'm sorry, and,
we need to
and you need to be a accredited investor, and blah blah blah. But all the things, and if you want information on that too, you can actually send a text message to 26786. You can send the word Sultan to 26786, and we'll put you on the waiting list to get information on that because that doesn't open until June. But it's a great little fund. And it's doing pretty well right now. We have the other fund that's doing really well, actually.
For you skeptical people that are listening online right now, the 30 grand a month, it's not from an account worth millions and millions of dollars.
No, it's about $500,000.
And yeah. So if you want to learn how to do that and you try to find excuses why it's too hard or you don't have the money or it can't be done or what else?
And all we do is teach it.
Exactly.
We teach it, and you will learn how to do it. And
we can
once
do
you
it
learn how
for
to do
you,
it,
but we
can
don't
do it for
have
you
to
too,
do. Yeah.
Right. But once you learn how to do it, you'll be amazed. I mean, there's so many success stories in here. We've talked about this before, and I'm just saying that it's just so great. But if you want to stop by today and you want to hang out and be at the Money Hacks event, you are certainly welcome. We have some empty seats. It looks like a couple of people couldn't make it, so we have some empty seats. But it's just fantastic. So let's go to the president of Investor Schooling, Dr. Deb Anderson.
I'm
What's
here.
going on, Madam President?
So I wired over $2,000 yesterday for that property that I'm buying
you got
in
a property
Philly.
under contract. That's
yeah,
right.
I got a property under contract.
So tell us about that property, how you found it.
So I found it actually from a student here at Investor Schooling. So he just doesn't want it anymore. He doesn't want to deal with Philly. I already have a couple properties in Philly, so for me it doesn't really matter. And he fixed it. He renovated it. It looks fantastic. The only thing it needs is a window, and it needs doorknobs on the kitchen cabinets because, I hate when there's no kitchen cabinet. Like, I hate when there's no doorknobs because it's harder to open up the cabinets. But I went and took a look at it. He did a wonderful, wonderful job. I was talking to the neighbors. It's like the area's it's getting a little bit more gentrified, so it's in a better area.
That's
it's
great.
in West Philly, and he's actually taking a loss on it to give it to me because he just wants to unload it at this
And
point.
what are you paying for it?
$115.
What do you think it's worth?
It's worth there $150.
Oh, that's fantastic. So you're getting a nice deal. And what are you going to think you're going to rent it for?
So I can rent it between like $1,400 if I just rent it regularly, and it'll be like $1,600 if I do Section 8.
Fabulous.
Yeah,
so you'll be making some money right away, which is great.
Yep.
And you're borrowing the money from a private investor.
Yep. I'm gonna borrow the money
which
from a
is
private
great.
investor.
So how much money out of your own pocket?
Zero.
Yeah, it's
Well,
funny.
I guess $2,000. I know because I did the $2,000 wire, but I'll get that back at closing.
Yeah, we talk about this all the time. We talk about people who buying properties with absolutely no money, and it's amazing that people think they can't do it. You absolutely can do it.
Yeah.
And the funny part is, it's just once you get it in your head that you can do it, you can do it.
Yeah.
You can do it.
You can do it.
You can do it.
Yeah,
You
I
can
think
do
the
it.
only reason that the only reason I had to do $2,000 is that because the way he did the paperwork is just a little bit different than what we normally do here at the school because he's technically a real estate
He
agent.
wants to realtor, right? He wants to use his realtor paperwork. That's right.
He has to do the realtor paperwork because
But
he's
it's okay.
also a
It
realtor.
still works.
Yeah, I mean it's fine. I mean for $2,000, I'm not really that worried
Yeah,
about
right.
it. But
It still works. It's just very funny that because he's a realtor, he wants to do the realtor paperwork. But it's funny because as we start to see it, you start to see it. It doesn't matter what the paperwork does, what kind of paperwork.
Yeah.
Everything works.
Yeah.
All of these different ways that you can make money work. So it's no problem at all.
Yeah, so we should be closing in about 3 weeks, so that'll be nice. And then the only thing that's a little bit of a pain is that I have to wait until the deed comes in, like the recorded deed comes in, so that I can get all the paperwork for Philly to be able to start renting it out.
Right.
Because that has to be done first.
All right, so let's talk about what you have to do in Philly to have a rental property. Go ahead.
So I have to go and I have to tell them I own this property. So I own a couple properties in Philly, and some of them are in a business name and some of them are in a trust. So this will be the second property that I have in a trust in Philly. So I have to go and document that, and then I have to get the lead inspection, and then I have to get the rental license, and I have to get I don't think I have to get a use and occupancy. There's some question about whether I need a use and occupancy on that. So like one person says no, Philly says yes. So I'm not sure we're going to get one just to get it.
Always get what you need. Always err on the side that you should get it.
Yeah.
Right?
So he's actually taking care of all that for me, and he's also taking care of the lead testing,
business
which is
license
nice.
too, but you already have the business license.
I already have the
you
business license.
The
Yeah.
properties, right? So
yeah.
it's
I
not
have
so
the
bad,
business
right?
license. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
that's confusing. I have that in Easton where I have my properties. I have that, but their system is so antiquated. Actually, it's like it's not even it's antiquated and it's modern. So they have no follow-up system, but they have an email system that they don't send you emails. They send you, hey, you have a message in your portal email.
Okay.
And every time I try to get a portal, I can't get a portal.
I have the same thing in Upland. It's a disaster.
Yeah, it is. It's terrible.
What happened is they bring people that do that mainly on the big cities, like in Philly and all that, and then they implement those systems. Now, the best thing about the towns, the small towns, everybody knows you. The inspector knows
Right,
you.
exactly, right.
It's great.
And then you use
I
this-
want to
and then you
deal
use
with
this-
you.
this system
and then
that
you use
is-
this
yeah,
system.
that's
You have a new
completely
invoice. You go into the portal. You said which property is the invoice for. You can't find it, and then oh, it's a mistake. We'll fix that. No.
Yeah, right.
It's-
So I have the
it's-
same thing, and it's funny because and then all of a sudden they send me a letter that says, "Hey, you haven't paid your fees in 3 years." I'm like,
Correct. What
I didn't
fees?
even know I had fees.
I know.
Did you even send me a bill? No.
No.
You know, it's in the portal, so it's in the message in the portal. So it's like people don't understand that my life isn't just sitting in front of a computer all day long. I'm on the road. I'm doing this. I'm doing the other. It's so a lot of times when somebody emails me, and I have like one property manager that emails me bills, and they don't get paid because instead of him mailing me the bills, which all my bills that get mailed to me get paid within 10 days, but he emails me the bill. So when he emails me the bill, what do? I'm on the road. I open it, and what happens? I open it and I forget about it.
Yeah.
Now it's open, so I don't see it anymore.
Well, now you can start forwarding to your personal assistant.
Yeah, I could do that. You're right.
So
That's
that'll
true.
help to make sure
that actually will help a
get
lot.
that
Actually,
stuff paid.
I keep forgetting. I don't utilize her enough. But that's one of the greatest things I ever did was hire a personal assistant. And the second greatest thing I ever did was make you president of Investor Schooling.
Oh yeah. That's crazy.
And
get a
the
room.
third thing I ever did was become partners with Omri.
There you go.
Look at
Go
that.
get a room.
Go get a room. So I need to get new tags because these
Stop!
tags all say student
Stop doing
liaison.
that.
What am I doing?
You are in the radio, so what? We are here. It doesn't matter if the listeners don't see you. Stop touching your stuff. Yes, stop. It's inappropriate.
But
Don't do it.
Omri,
Seriously?
you are so weird.
I am weird. Okay.
Pretty soon we're going to have Les Brown on the air. If we have Les Brown on the air, you know what that means? Oh, so Les is calling me. Matter of fact, you know what? Let's, real quick, why don't we go to a commercial real quick, Kirk, because I think Les is having trouble. Hi, this is Larry Steinhouse, and I want to let you know that I buy houses. I buy houses from people
uh,
that... You in trouble? Somebody who's having
can you hear
trouble
me?
selling their house, or maybe someone who needs
Hey,
to
Les,
sell
you
their
know,
house quickly.
I know
Well,
you
all you
called
need
my
to do is
cell
call
phone.
855
Let me give you the number to call for the radio
1137.
station.
That's 855 939 1137. And I promise
No
to
worries.
answer the phone and help you with your situation. That's right, your house may be cluttered. It may be a house that a relative left you, or it may just be a house you just want to get rid of. 855 939 1137. Hi, this is Larry Steinhouse, and I want to tell you about a charity we formed called Lev 27. Lev 27 is a charity that
Hold on one
helps people
second.
stay in their
Hey,
homes.
Kirk, what's the
Sometimes-
station number?
Station number 855-839-1210.
855-839-1210, Les. Did you hear me? Yeah.
That's
839
lev27.org to find out how you can help
1210.
or make a donation. Thank you.
1210. Right. So
Hey,
call
this is
right now.
Larry
You'll
Steinhouse.
have
Do you
Kirk on
want
the
to
other line.
become a public
He'll
adjuster and
connect
take
you. We just
control
went
of
to a
your
commercial,
career?
so it's fine.
My
So
friend Peter
we'll
Botter
bring you
right
right
now,
in right after
he
the commercial.
runs Public Adjusting Academy, and he's hosting a complimentary class
All right.
to show you
If there's a
exactly how to
problem,
get
call me
started.
back on this number,
Learn
right?
the ins and outs of the industry, gain valuable skills,
Les.
and start your journey toward a rewarding career.
Les, can
helping
you hear me?
People get the claims they deserve. Sign up today at adjustingacademy.com or call
Hopefully you got it. All right, Kirk, hopefully you'll
267-392-9907
get
to
him
reserve your
connected.
spot. That's adjustingacademy.com or
Did I lose everybody?
267-392-9907. Don't miss this opportunity to start a new career and make a real difference. Attention business owners. Want to be the business everyone sees, trusts, and chooses? Dan Jones and his team at Marketing Agency near you make it happen.
I'm going to call him from the hotline because I can't, because he's not, something's wrong. I'll call from the hotline. Just give me about a minute, okay?
Is he having trouble
Including
connecting?
investor
Or?
school-
I don't know, but
Okay.
I'll let me just plug in another spot in. Let me call him real quick. Hang on.
All right.
Becomes impossible to ignore, driving real leads and real conversions. Claim your free consultation and plan now at yourfreeplan.com. That's yourfreeplan.com. Don't wait. Make your business the one that people can't stop noticing. Hey, this is Larry Steinhouse with Investor Schooling. Did you know that there are a lot of altruistic reasons that you should become a real estate investor? That's right. You get to rent houses to really nice people who need houses. And you know what? When there's a housing shortage and you have a house for them, they are so happy. I've actually gotten hugs from tenants. So come to investorschooling.com and you will learn how to be a landlord the right way. That's right, we have a complimentary class this Thursday night, and this way you can get hugs from your tenants too. Go to investorschooling.com. We'll see you Thursday night at 7 o'clock. This is Larry Steinhouse with Investor Schooling. Listen, I can't tell you everything we do in 30 seconds. So you need to come to class this Thursday night, and you need to learn and spend some time with us to see how you can make more money than you've ever made before. That's right, we'll teach you ways that you've never even heard of to make money. So go to investorschooling.com and sign up for this Thursday night's class. Take your complimentary class this Thursday. That's investorschooling.com. We'll see you there. This is Larry Steinhouse with Investor Schooling. Listen, you need to take a complimentary class this Thursday. You need to learn how to invest in real estate. You need to learn how to invest in the stock market. You need to learn how to invest in stock options. And you need to learn how to make more money than you've ever made before. Why aren't you here? Come to investorschooling.com. Take a complimentary class this Thursday and learn. That's investorschooling.com. Take your complimentary class this Thursday. We'll see you there. This is Larry Steinhouse with Investor Schooling. Did you
Hang on.
stock market with a little bit of money to make a lot of money? That's right. We have something that we teach called stock options, and you can make a lot of money with a little bit of money using stock options. Yep, you got to learn how to do it. So go to investorschooling.com and you will learn how to do it. Take a complimentary class this Thursday, and I'm going to teach you that and more. Investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com. We'll see you there.
Oh, he's trying to call me again.
This is Larry Steinhouse with Investor Schooling.
Yeah, that's how you make it out.
Did you know that you can buy...
I'm calling him right now.
Absolutely.
Calling him right now.
Kirk, you know what? I'm going to have Kirk call you, all right?
Show, or if you read my book, Money
Kirk,
Hacks,
you said
I
there's no
talk
answer,
about
so
how
I'm going to
buy
have Kirk. Here's
real
his number.
estate
You ready,
with
Kirk?
Absolutely no money.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, it's
Come this Thursday night to a
725
complimentary class at Investor Schooling and learn more. Learn how to buy properties with no
5148.
money. Learn how to make money at closings and learn how to make a monthly income. Go to investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com. Take your
I'm going to try to call him again.
Thursday.
725-225-5148.
This is Larry Steinhouse with Investor Schooling. Did you know that there are so many different ways to prepare for retirement, and annuities are not the answer? Come learn this Thursday by taking a free class at Investor Schooling. Come to Investor Schooling and you will learn so many different ways that you can make more money in retirement than you actually expected to. Go to investorschooling.com and sign up for a complimentary class this Thursday. That's investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com. We'll see you there.
This program is paid for by Investor Schooling.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to the Larry Steinhouse Show. I think we got the amazing, incredible, and like unbelievable Les Brown on the line. Les, are you there?
I'm trying to get him.
Oh, you're still trying to get him? Okay, no problem. Hey, you know, this is what happens when you do a live show, right? You do a live show and you got all these technical difficulties.
But if you want to be part of this live show, you can call too at 855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137. If you have any questions to us or to the amazing Les Brown, 855-939-1137. We want to remind you that we are having an amazing event here at Investor Schooling today. That's the Money Hacks event, and this is a full-day event that will go it's going right now, from 8:30 until like 6 p.m. And you're welcome to join us. Just call us back, 855-939-1137.
Woo. What do you think, Kirk? You got it? Are we still on the air?
I got him. Just give me a second.
Okay, sure. You
Oh,
know,
boy.
I was in a coffee shop yesterday,
Yeah.
and you know, do you talk to your stock account sometime?
Yeah.
Do you talk to it sometimes?
Why don't I like, let's go.
No, so I did the opposite. So I'm on the line, and I did the opposite. I look at
God
SLV,
bless, whenever you're ready.
and I'm saying, stop. And,
You don't want to go up that high?
And someone is looking at me and said, why don't you want your stock to go up, dude? I'm like, I was about to start explaining why I don't want the stock to go up.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's funny. I was thinking about that. It's funny how when the way we do it,
I got
you
last one.
don't want the stock to move.
All right, cool. You know what? Guess what? We got
What we got?
Les Brown in the line.
Yay!
Mr. Les Brown, what's going on?
Well, listen, I'm cancer-free, I'm debt-free, and I'm drama-free.
You don't know what drama is until you meet the three of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can handle it.
So, Les, I've been a fan of yours for forever. You're like, and if you guys don't have any idea who Les Brown is, when you're done listening to what he's about to tell you, whatever it is you're going to tell, because I know every time you talk, it's amazing, you will be absolutely blown away. Les, I'd love to hear your story, because the first time I heard your story, I just thought it was fascinating, had me on the edge of the seat. Do you mind telling people your story?
Well, interesting, I'm here in Atlanta now. I was born in an abandoned building on a floor with my twin brother, Wesley. And our birth mother, she was from Gainesville, Georgia, 45 minutes from where I am now. But she went down to Miami, gave birth to us, and put us in foster care. Then we were adopted. And when I was in the fifth grade, I was labeled educable mentally retarded and put back from the fifth grade to the fourth grade, failed again in the eighth grade. But I had a high school teacher very much like yourself that I admired his communication style. And he said to me when I was in his class looking for a friend, go to the board and work this problem out for me. And I said, I can't do that, sir. He said, why not? I said, I'm not one of your students. I'm here looking for a MacArthur. And the other students started laughing, saying, he's Leslie. He's got a twin brother, Wesley. Wesley's smart. He's DT. And he asked, what's DT? He's the dumb twin. And they all started laughing. And he looked at me for my response, and I said, I am, sir. And he came from behind his desk, and he pointed at me. He said, don't you ever say that again. Someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. Do you hear me? And I said, yes, sir. And that was a defining moment in my life. I adopted him unbeknownst to him as my spiritual father. He was very impactful in my life.
That's amazing. I love it when I hear that story, because it's funny. I tell people that all the time. The negative self-talk is what's going to hold you back.
Wow.
And it's right, Debbie. We have conversations like this all the time.
Yeah.
So it's everybody. It's just not. So I got a question for you, Les.
But also your environment, the people that you're around. You earn within $2,000 to $3,000 of your closest friends. And you told me three things is very important that you practice. Number one, you don't get in life what you want, you get in life what you are. Develop your mind. Number two, which is very important, he said, practice OKP, only quality people. If you run around with 9 broke people, he said, I guarantee you'll become number 10. And he said, and the third thing, develop your communication skills, because once you open your mouth, you tell the world who you are. You are a commanding communicator. When I hear your voice, it's like the voice of Barry White. I said, it's a bad dude up in here.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I remember the day we met. It wasn't that long ago. It was only when I finally met you was, I don't know, maybe 6-9 months ago, whenever it was, at my mentor, Bill Walsh, at one of his events. And I was, and you got, it was great because you got off the, I always wanted to meet Les Brown. Like, it was just one of my heroes as a motivational speaker. And I'm walking past the elevator doors open up, and I see him in a beautiful, I don't know, was it a pink suit or a purple suit? I don't remember, with a lapel, and I'm like, oh, it's Les Brown.
Yes, the black, yes, and with the rose. I have a brochure that I wear. Yes.
Oh yeah, it was black with the rose. That's what it was. Right. Sorry, I didn't mean to call you a pink suit guy.
That's okay.
So he comes off the elevator. I'm like, you don't get those opportunities where you get to, your heroes come off the elevator and they're standing right in front of you. So like, I just grab him. Like, Les, can I talk to you? And I gave him a big hug and took a selfie, and then we became friends, and that's how we got him on the on today on the radio show. And the other thing that's really cool is, we have him coming to the Money Hacks event via Zoom today as well. But what's really cool is next week he's going to be speaking at our Money Game Live event in Tampa. So I'm so grateful that you have agreed to speak there. That's just a wonderful thing. It's just fantastic to know that you're going to be speaking. But I love it when you speak.
Well, I'm excited about I'm excited about being there, because this is a time that people need what it is that you provide and the events that you create. We're in this place where Peter Drucker said we must be willing to unlearn, learn, and relearn. There are a lot of people who have the capacity to win and be successful, but they're trying to operate and become successful in a new world order with an old mindset. And we're going to teach people the strategies they need to do today to make their lives AI-proof and how to begin to make their first million if they haven't, but most importantly, how to live a life that's them, doing something that resonates with who they are, the calling on their life. A job is what you get paid for, but a calling is what you're made for.
I love it when you rhyme, man. But here's the other thing. So so your history of your job and your life is like that. It's actually what you woke up one day and you said, "Hey, I'm going to be great," and you became great. So you talked about the school. What happened then? What happened when you graduated school? What happened when you went into politics? When you went into every single thing you did? I mean,
One of the most defining things I did that Mr. Washington told me about, and in terms of practicing OQP, only quality people, I got involved in broadcasting, but I had a news person who said to me, "Les, you're more than a fast-talking DJ." He said, "You want to live a life that will outlive you." And I think as those who are listening now, it's very important to have someone in your life that believes in you until you believe in yourself. And so he held me to a higher standard. He challenged me, and I went from becoming LB Triple P, Les Brown, your platter playing papa, to becoming a community activist. I was a state legislator, and now I speak around the world. And I train people how to tell their story and have the audience see themselves individually and collectively in your story so that they will develop the courage to begin to turn the page and start a new chapter in their lives.
And it's funny, most people don't think they have a story, but everyone has a story, and everybody has something to give back to someone. And it's odd that I find it that people say, "Oh, I can't be a speaker. I don't know what I would talk about." And all you need to do is talk about your own life. How do you feel about that, Les?
Well, first of all, it's very hard to see the picture when you're in the frame. I know how they feel because I didn't do what I'm doing now for 14 years. I said, I don't have a story. I don't have a college degree. I never worked for a major corporation. How can I develop the credibility to be hired by AT&T, Procter & Gamble, McDonald's Corporation, General Electric, IBM, Xerox? How can I do that with my background? And there are things that we can do that we don't know, and there are times that we have to become intelligently ignorant, to walk by faith and not by sight, to leap and grow our wings on the way down, to be willing to challenge ourselves to learn, because all of us are born the same way, dumb, naked, and speechless. And this is an era, as the late Peter Drucker would say, of accelerated change, overwhelming complexity, and tremendous competition. We must be passionate about learning continuously.
Les, I'd like to tell everybody that you are, is it correct, 80 years old now?
81.
81 years old. Did I miss a birthday somewhere?
Yes, sir, 81. Yeah, February 17th, I turned 81.
Oh, well, happy birthday. I did miss a birthday.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So
yeah, I used to make people in their 40s who are old. Now that I'm 81, I feel like served at the Lord's Supper, but I got some good tips.
So it's funny. I still think that everyone 20 years older than me is old, so you're old to me. But what's funny is I'm getting closer to the point where, pretty soon I'm going to hit the age where everyone older than me is dead.
Yeah. Well, I'm working on the 90-year-old Les Brown now and the 100-year-old.
I'm looking to see you at 105, 110. And you
yes, George Burns said, we can't help getting older, but we don't have to get old.
That's great. That's perfect. I love that. I love the way you just said that because it's exactly where I was going to go with that. And if you listen to Les right now, unless you knew he was 81, unless you knew he was 81, you wouldn't even suspect that he's 81. That's how motivational this guy is and how full of energy he is. I mean, you come on a stage, I can't wait to see you next week, too. You come on a stage and you light the room up. I mean, every single story you've ever told, and it's funny because every time I see you tell a different story, one that I haven't heard before, and every time I see you, you tell a different story, and the stories get better and better and stronger, and it amazes me how great you really are and how much you help people. Now, I also want to open up the phone lines. Omri, give the phone number.
That's 855-939-1137, 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137.
So I haven't even told you, Les, in the room with me are my co-hosts and also very good friends, as well as partners. So I have Omri, who you just heard. Omri is the guy who gave the phone number. He is a Israeli immigrant.
He's the guy who gave the phone number.
He's the guy who gave the phone number. He's his voice is so sexy when he gives the phone number. We make him give the phone number. so he's an Israeli immigrant, and he and I have partners in some real estate. Dr. Deb is she's the president of my company of Investor Schooling, so she's also obviously an incredible person, incredible speaker, incredible mindset person, and they were excited to have you on here as well. I'm curious, Deb, you have any questions for Les?
I have to tell you that I'm taken back by some of the things that you've said already. So I look forward to meeting you in person and hearing more of your stories, because they're very impactful and very powerful. So I think that they're fantastic.
So she's not telling you that she literally was in tears a couple of seconds ago. So you hit a nerve with Deb. So you really did. And I actually, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to embarrass you, Deb, but I actually think it was important that you let people know that Les hit a nerve, and that's what he does. That's exactly what he does. He wasn't talking to you directly. He was just talking talking out there. And it's amazing that when you have someone who believes in you, like me, I believe in you. When you have someone who believes in you, things will happen. Things will get great. And I tell you, it's funny. Les sits there and he says things about. He's only known me for 6-7 months, and you heard him say things about me. I'm like, and Les,
how did you know?
Because you could hear him.
I'm saying you hear what he's saying.
Right.
How did you know? Exactly.
Right. So Les, how do you know that I am who you think I am?
When you've been on the planet for 81 years, you know a thing or two.
Awesome.
And one of the things that Mr. Washington taught me is that, Mr. Brown, develop your communication skills, because once you open your mouth, you tell the world who you are. So when I listen to you, I listen to the way in which you communicate and the things that you're saying. And it's a passion to you. A lot of people, they do what they do, and this industry has been hijacked with people just speaking to sell.
I know, exactly.
I speak to serve and to transform lives. And so when I listen to you, I know that you have this hunger to want to make an impact with people, to live a life that stands out. And that's the kind of blueprint that you're creating for yourself, and we all should. We're going through a very special time in our history. And one of the things that I want people to know as we look at what's going on right now with all the divisiveness and things that's going on, that we need to produce speakers that promote, like yourself, hope, because when there's hope in the future, that gives you power in the present, and peace. Protect your peace. A lot of things that's are operating and affecting our thinking and how we see ourselves. People say garbage in, garbage out, and I say no, garbage in, garbage stays, and it affects your mindset and your attitude. So protect your peace.
That's so well said, and it's funny. That's exactly what I stand for. I stand to make sure that you say good things about yourself, never say anything negative. It's funny. I'll be in a coaching session to someone who said, "I just can't do that," and I'll simply say, "You not only can do it." And sometimes I'll even make the joke that there are people dumber than you that are doing it now. So why can't you do it? But also I will say things like, once you say that you can't do it, that's the truth. And once you say you can do it, you will do it.
That's very true. Well, when we look at people who look at something beyond their comfort zone, we've been conditioned to begin to tell ourselves what we can't do, because there's an old African proverb that says, if there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm. We have a culture that does not empower people, that when we go to school, it teaches the value of reading, writing, and arithmetic, but there are no classes on self-esteem and who you have to be and how you can reinvent yourself and how you see yourself in the future.
Yeah, or even how to think.
Yes,
I mean, look what's going on in the politics. And I don't want to get on either side of politics. It doesn't matter. But the politics on both sides is, it's people convincing other people how to think, not to think. And they need to think. People need to actually learn facts. It amazes me that people have no facts. They just say things. They have no facts, and they need to learn facts. And then they can have an intelligent conversation with intelligent people, not with people who just spew non-facts that they overheard somewhere.
People look after them, which is the weird thing. People are looking after those politicians when they speak in the media, and they tell us what we want and what we need. And then I'm asking myself, I'm looking at my kids, I'm looking at, I don't know, I'm asking myself, how can they know what I need? Did I tell them what I need? Did I tell them what I want? How do they know?
So you know what most people want in the world? And Les, I'm curious to know your opinion. Most people want in the world, they want acceptance and they want financial freedom. But they don't even know what those two things are. Because acceptance comes from within. Once you accept yourself, it doesn't matter if anyone else accepts you. So when someone says, I don't like you, you go, well, I'm sorry to hear that. That's your problem. You know, when someone says, hey, you know, and when you have your finances, the same thing. It's funny how many people come to me like, hey, you know, I want to be financially free. And then you ask them what financially free is. And it's funny, they almost always say the same thing. I want to be able to pay my bills and go on vacation now and then. So then I asked them, I said, are you paying your bills on time? And they go, yeah. I go, do you go on vacation now and then? Yeah. So according to you, you are financially free.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I want more, but you don't know what you want. Until you know what you want, you're not going to get it. I mean, we do a program, Debbie and I do a program, it's called Financial IQ, and it's a great program. We wrote this program. It's a 158-page workbook that we just take people through it, and we moderate it, and we basically help them discover their financial dreams. And it's an amazing program. If anybody's ever interested, it's called Financial IQ. If you're interested, reach out to us at Investor Schooling, and we'll be able to talk to you more about that. But what we find is when people don't know what they want, they can't get it. You know, unless you were clear. I mean, I could see it through your history. Every single thing that you ever wanted, including marrying someone famous, you got.
Yes, but there's something else, though, Larry, is that Maslow talk about the hierarchy of needs, that the number one goal and dream that we have is to self-actualize, to become aware of who we are. Who am I? Where am I going? And who's going with me? Those are three crucial questions that we must ask, because there is a period in your life, in my life, that we did not know who we were.
Yes.
And so that's why Mark Twain said the two most important days in your life, the day that you're born and the day that you realize why you were born. Why are you here? And what is it that you want to do with your life?
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome and powerful, because you're right. Because, you know, I wake up every day, and, you know, and it's funny because I say this on the radio all the time. Listen, I make enough money that I don't have to do this. I don't have to be here. I don't have to be at my event today. I don't have to have investor schooling. I do it because every day I wake up and I want to help someone else reach a level that raises them up above where they thought they can be or where they want to be. You know, and that's what I get up for every day. I mean, I travel around the country for that. I do this for that. I mean, you know, I make the joke that I work 80 hours a week to teach people how not to work 40 hours a week. But I don't work 80 hours a week because I have to. I don't have to work 1 hour a week. I actually, technically, with the covered calls I do, I work about an hour a month, and I make a lot of money, right? So what we do, we have I didn't even told you about this. We have an investment fund, and we have an investment program that we teach people how to do this, and I make so much money that I don't need to work any more than 1 hour a month and make more money in a month than most people make in a year, right? And, you know, these guys know these guys are doing the same thing. But the idea is I wake up every morning going, hey, who can I help today? Whose life can I make better today? And I loved it because one time we actually had a class, it was about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I said, we had like 30 people in the room, and I said, hey, who in this room has had their life impacted financially by coming here? And out of 30 people, 28 hands went up. And the only reason the other 2 hands didn't go up is because they were there for the first time.
Mm-hmm. But do you know something, Larry, that you're saying that we have to also look at? That we must be willing. There's a scripture that says, I must die daily. We have to die to who we are now to give birth to who we are to become. I'm not a religious person. Religious people are afraid of going to hell. Spiritual people are people who have already been there. And to me, hell is what you experience when you die.
Right.
And you meet the person that you were supposed to become. And so your process is teaching people how to discover who they are, how to increase their sense of self-worth, and have the mindset that I can accomplish more, I can earn more, I can live a different kind of style. You're asking people to live from the place of the movie Lion King, Simba, you're more than that which you
Yes.
become.
Oh, we're losing you, Les. Are we losing them here, or are we losing them there, Kirk?
He's losing.
We're losing him?
It's
Oh,
his,
maybe he's...
it's his line. There you go.
Me? Emma?
Got him. He's still there.
Are you still there, Les?
Still there. Yeah, still there.
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, good. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hello?
You were talking about Lion King, and you started cutting out.
Yeah, there's a line in Lion King, Simba, you're more than that which you have become. Most of us, because of our conditioning, because of our environment, there's parts of ourselves that we don't know. You've gone through a process of self-reflection. You've gone through in your life when you said to yourself, I'm meant for more. I can do more than this. And it's a journey. It's a process. And so the people that come to your events, who listen to you on a regular basis, you touch their vision of themselves to act on that vision.
Awesome. Hey, Omri, give the phone number because, listen, we've got about 15 minutes left of the show, and I don't know how long I could keep Les on there before he cuts out. But if anybody out there has any questions about how to be a motivational speaker or just get more motivation themselves or to get stuck, get out from being stuck of where you are, call right now and have Les just talk to you. I'm telling you, 5 minutes of Les. Listen, this guy charges thousands of dollars an hour to coach people, and you've got his attention now. You could ask him a question. You could talk to him. You could see if he can help you. So why don't you give us a call and the phone number?
855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137. 855.
I want to.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, excuse me. Go ahead, sir.
Go ahead, Les.
There's a my life. I never forget a turning point. We all have turning points in our lives. And someone asked me, how did you get to the point where you can earn $80,000 an hour as a speaker in the United States? And you got me coming in for a Kmart special.
I know. That's all right. I love you, Les.
Yeah. And but I was at an event, and a guy was speaking, and we all had the experience when somebody's speaking, and we felt that message is for me. And this guy was speaking, and he said at that time, and I was thinking about becoming a speaker, and he stopped. He said, there's somebody here who want to do this. You have a passion in your heart. You want to help people. And he said, the reason I'm standing out here with this microphone, and you're seated out there living a small life, I represent the thoughts you have rejected for yourself. When he said that was a punch in the stomach.
Yeah,
I got up,
okay.
and that time they had telephone booths where you can make a call for 10 cents, where Superman used to change his clothes,
Yeah,
okay?
right.
I called my mentor, and I said, Mike, he said, what's wrong? Calm down. I said, no, I'm not rejecting myself anymore. I know I can do more. I know that I've got a story and I can help people. My mother, she needs me. She has breast cancer. I promised her she would not go in a nursing home. I would take care of her. And I'm not rejecting myself anymore. I need you to help me. And one of the things I teach people, ask for help, not because you're weak, but because you want to remain strong. And ask for help and don't stop until you get it. And for those of you that are listening to Larry and his host, I want to say to you that they are not an exception. They're an example of what you can do. You want to align yourself with people that you can learn from, that you can go from. Harvard University did a study. It's called your reference group. And they wanted to know, what is it that the 1%ers do that 99% of people don't do? And what they found that the 99% of people don't have a team of people, a community of people, of collaborative, achievement-driven, supportive relationships like Larry does. A reference group of people that challenge you, that inspire you, that bring the best out of you. So this is the time you want to align yourself with people that you can learn from, that you can grow from mentally and emotionally and financially and spiritually, so that you can begin to live the next greatest version of yourself.
You're absolutely right. You know, it's funny. I just had to let people know online that this is not the repeat from last week. We forgot to update the time and the date. So this is actually the live one for 21st, not the 14th. And I'm really glad somebody mentioned that. We had some technical difficulties, and I forgot to do something. You know, Les, you ever notice that when you have technical difficulties, something always goes wrong?
Yeah, that's called Murphy's Law. It's okay. we get through it.
I know it, but you know the best part is having you on and listening to you. You're inspiring me. You're inspiring Debbie. Debbie's like, I could see Debbie in her seat right now on fire about how you're inspiring her. It's amazing. Debbie, go ahead, reach out to Les and talk to him.
I'm not in a position right now to.
Wow. All right. Cool. Wow. You definitely
Okay,
touched.
Debbie.
Definitely
Yeah.
touched. That's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Omri?
I can't wait to see him in person this weekend.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. He's just when he gets on stage, I'm telling you, it lights up the stage. It's just you can't listen to a better speaker. And he's, I mean, you can hear him on the radio, right? How amazing he is. Imagine that booming voice on, not through a cell phone, that booming voice through a real, through a real microphone and on stage and dressed in his black suit with his lapel.
Not pink.
We got people online. They're all saying how inspired they are. I see the comments coming through. So this is fantastic, Les. Les, any last words for anybody out there? And we're not going to conclude our show yet, but if anybody wants to call in, now's the time to call in. 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. Listen, if you're online and you're saying you're inspired, why don't you call? Talk to Les Brown. I mean, you're never going to get an opportunity like this. I'm telling you right now. To have an opportunity for me, to have an opportunity.
Sometimes, Larry, people want to listen. And I want to say to those of you that are listening, the only reason that you're listening now is because what's in Larry and his co-host and what's in me is in you and even more. Scripture says the road to life is straight and narrow, and few there be that find it. You among the few, because most people have been programmed to consume entertainment. When you listen to this program, you listen to Larry and the co-host, you're listening to be empowered, to be educated, to be challenged, to bring out the next greatest version of yourself. And something that Jim Rohn said, and I'd like to leave this with all of you, it's something that I believe in very strongly at this point in my life at 81. I mean, I used to think people in their 40s were old. Now that I'm 81, I feel I served at the Lord's Supper, but I got some good tips, okay? So I want to leave this with you.
It's funny that you're saying that.
When the end comes for you, yes, but let me say this quote by Jim Rohn. When the end comes for you, let it find you conquering a new mountain, not sliding down an old one. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I love it because that's exactly how I feel, man. I'm gonna die on stage. That's my thought. My thought is I'm gonna be, hey, before I go, make sure you live your best life. Clunk, then I go. That's gonna be me.
That's great. That's the calling on your life. Yes.
All right. It looks like nobody wants to take advantage of the call, but that's all right. We're good. So we're gonna have you.
Okay, we'll see him in Tampa. I'm looking forward to come down there.
And we're gonna have you in a few more minutes
get the
too.
butter from the duck.
Right, and we're gonna have you a few minutes
Yes,
in
I
the
look
room
forward to
in
it.
the Money Hacks room upstairs. We're gonna have you in a few minutes. You should have the link for that. If not, just give me a call back and we'll get that going too. But I'm looking forward to you. By the way, if you're anywhere in the area and you want to come see Les again online and talk about more things, please do. And of course, next week in Tampa, Money Game Live. If you guys want to go to Money Game Live, I tell you what, if you can make it to Tampa, or if you're listening to my voice and you're in Tampa or anywhere near Tampa, and you can make it there next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'll even give you a free ticket if you want to call in right now. 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. If you call me, we got about 5 minutes left of the show. That's about it. So if you call in, I'll give you a free ticket, 855-939-1137, and you'll get to see this amazing man. I mean, amazing. And I'm telling you now, I every time I see him, he blows my mind. And I even just listen to him right now and seeing the reaction of some people in the room. Deb?
Larry, you're a powerful speaker too, and I admire you. I want to say, people, anybody that's got a story and want coaching on how to tell that story to transform lives and how to monetize it, you can email me at lesbrown77@gmail.com.
That's awesome. Les, you'll give that to somebody. That's fantastic.
At gmail.com.
So Les Brown
yes, because 7 is my lucky number.
There you go. Les Brown 77 at gmail.com.
77.
Right.
Yes.
And what should they be asking you if they're gonna email you?
Well, let's say I've got a story, and I'd like to know about your program. And we have a program that teaches people how to tell their stories strategically to create an experience so that the audience can see themselves in the story, and how to tell a heart-centered story that expands their vision of themselves, touch their heart, and give them the courage to begin to make a new decision about their lives and start writing a new chapter.
That's fantastic. I didn't even know you had that. That's fantastic, Les. I'm like so excited. And listen, you guys, anybody out there who has any thoughts about becoming a speaker or wanting to, or even wanting to tell your story, does it have to be just speakers telling story, just speaker, or could it be telling the story any other way, Les?
Anybody that want to improve their communication skills. Warren Buffett said that your ability to communicate is your superpower. When he graduated from college, the first thing he did was take a communications course. So you have the ability today to use artificial intelligence to amplify your message, but your story is something that artificial intelligence cannot replace. It makes your life AI-proof. People cannot identify with artificial intelligence, but they can identify with you and your story. They can't relate to it or feel connected to it, but they can relate to you and feel connected to you. And so your story is your superpower that allows you to reach more people. I've reached over 3 billion people so far. They'd get an organic Google search, and all of us have gone through some things, experienced some things, had some moments in our lives that was before this and this, after this, and we were never the same again. And there are people who need hope, people who need to be encouraged and to know that the best is yet to come. It's not over until they win.
Wow, awesome. You know, I got to tell you something else that the audience should hear. We're going to do a webinar. We do a webinar every Saturday at 11:30, and we're going to do the Piece of Good Life webinar right from the Money Hacks room. So you'll actually be in the room with us, and Les is going to be on during that time. So we can connect with Les, and Les is going to give, let's give some kind of presentation, I'm sure, because Les is just amazing. And we're going to have that happen at 11:30. So if you guys want to come on that Piece of Good Life webinar, you can do that. You just go to pieceofthegoodlife.com. That's pieceofthegoodlife.com. And you will actually be able to see Les again. And Les will give an amazing presentation, I'm sure, in about a half an hour. And, of course, next week, Les, I thank you, man. You are just so awesome.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you and the calling on your life, and I'm looking forward to serving you and working with you continuously.
All right, great. I'll see you in about a half an hour online, and thank you, Les, again, and I'll talk to you then. Take care, my friend. All right. Wow, that was pretty good, wasn't it, Omri?
It is. We lost one of our co-hosts.
I know. But Debbie had to run out for a minute, but it's okay.
Okay, all good.
So, yeah, there is an odd smell in here right now.
I don't know why.
I don't either.
Something is on fire.
It smells like something might be on fire.
Yeah. Are we on fire?
I don't know. Are we on fire? Hey, Deb, are we on fire? We smell like something in the room smells like it's on fire. It actually smells. You know what?
Smells like something.
It smells like something there?
Yeah.
Well, that's not a good thing. Well, why don't you go monitor it so we can end the show without burning the place down? Oh, boy. Can you imagine that? We burn the place down right now? What do you think, Omri?
I don't know. I'm starting to be concerned. I hope, but if this is the last show, it was nice being here with you for all those shows.
It would be a great show to be the last one with Les Brown, right?
Exactly.
Just imagine, right? The very last show, we said exactly what I said I was going to do. I was going to say, hey, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it, and then we burned to death.
It is. I hope it's not burned to death, but
all I know is my sense of humor is off today, isn't it?
I don't know. I think when you have somebody as powerful as Les Brown, and you focus on that, people don't understand. It also affects us. We also listen to those things, and we hear him, and it's also going into our souls. So
yes,
the same thing that the listeners are listening to and feeling, we're feeling as well right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And then again, if you want to reach out to Les, it's lesbrown77@gmail.com. All right, we got about 2 minutes, guys. What do you think you want to talk about for another minute or so?
That life will continue to be so great. That's what we want.
Yeah.
And that we will keep doing good and seeing that we can make other people's do good because yes, they can, and yes, they deserve it. And if they will feel they deserve it, they will just reach that point.
You know what's interesting? What you just said is so true, and that's what we are. So, Les said something about hanging around people who are successful.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it is interesting because people come into investor schooling.
You say that for years.
Yeah.
The same sentence, maybe different word, but
Yeah,
you
exactly.
said the same sentence. You become the people you hang out with.
Exactly
And
right.
you know what I was thinking? When Brian started his presentation today, you remember what he said?
I don't.
No, about the fact that he gained weight.
Oh, that's funny.
And I found it very funny because that's the joke we always make. Now, you lost a lot of weight, and we're all getting closer to each other.
Right. And by the way, if you guys want to get on the webinar today at 11:30, if you want to get on a webinar, it's peaceofthegoodlife.com.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
Peaceofthegoodlife.com.
For your piece of the good life.
For your peaceofthegoodlife.com?
Oh.
Okay, I
For
think
your
it's
piece
both, actually.
I think it's
both.
for. Okay.
Okay, but either way, for your piece of good life, FOR, for your piece of good life.com, you'll be able to sign up for the webinar. It's a weekly webinar. We do it every week, but this week we're going to have less on there, and it'll be fantastic, absolutely fantastic webinar. Because once again, Les will be on there, and you'll also be in the room with us. You'll be in the Money Hacks room with us, which is kind of neat too. And so it's just another great thing that we do for free. Right, we do so much for free, right? We could take a class in investor schooling this week on Thursday at 7:00 for
Free!
how much is it?
I think it's free.
Yeah, how many people call up and say,
But
how much is it? I'm like, it's free.
If you're worried about the price,
we
don't worry, we can finance it
Okay,
for
but
you.
I do gotta say goodbye. I want to thank all the listeners. We'll see you in about a half an hour at yourpieceofgoodlife.com, for yourpieceofgoodlife.com. If you guys want to take a free class this Thursday at investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com. And of course, I want to thank Dr. Deb, and I want to thank Omri, and I want to thank Kirk, and I want to thank all the cool people that are upstairs in the room. Thank you very much. Take care, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
This program is paid for by Investor Schooling. All opinions or statements expressed.
Great show, guys.
Thanks,
Thank
bud.
you.
Schooling or
Of course, Les was awesome. However, his phone sucked. I'm not gonna
How
lie.
is
It's what?
His
His phone,
bad.
yeah, I
It was
know.
like wood choppy.
I know.
Other than that was great.
Yeah, great. Excellent.
Are in recovery.